Welcome, one and all, to the SpareTalk News Network. Your host, Rod Weaver, will be up momentarily as he gets ready for his one-on-one interactive podcast to kick things off. So, sit back and enjoy. And now, on with the show.
Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Can you believe it's already here? The big day is just hours away.
It feels like just yesterday we were talking about Halloween, and now here we are. Merry Christmas Eve to all our listeners, and a huge shout out to you too, Rod, and you, Melanie.
Merry Christmas Eve, folks. It's so good to be here with you both, getting into the festive spirit. I've even got my Santa hat on. You just can't see it.
Well, you sound jolly, Melanie. And speaking of jolly, for this very special Christmas Eve edition of our podcast, we decided to take a little detour from the usual serious discussions about perfect strikes and complex oil patterns. Tonight, we're diving into the lighter side of bowling.
That's right. We've been digging through some old issues of Bowling Digest from the early 90s, specifically some wonderful, hilarious anecdotes originally penned by the late, great, award-winning bowling writer Chuck Pisano. He really had a knack for capturing the human element and sometimes the utterly absurd side of the sport.
Oh, Pisano was a legend. He saw it all, and he wrote about it with such warmth and wit. I mean, bowling at its heart is full of character, isn't it? It's not just about the scores, it's about the personalities, the little quirks, and, let's be honest, the occasional colossal blunders.
Absolutely. And his stories really bring that to life. So, we're going to share a few of our favorites tonight to give everyone a good laugh as they're wrapping those last-minute presents or setting out cookies for Santa.
Let's kick things off with one of Pisano's classic observations. He once wrote about a league night where this gentleman, clearly new to the game, rented a pair of shoes but didn't bother to check the size. He just grabbed what looked right. He bowled a whole game, slipping and sliding, getting nowhere near the foul line consistently, almost took a tumble several times.
Oh no, I can just picture it. The poor guy.
Exactly. At the end of the game, completely exasperated, he complained to the desk that the rental shoes were absolutely terrible. Turns out he was wearing two left shoes. Not just mismatched sizes, but two lefts. He hadn't even noticed until he took them off.
Two left shoes. That is a classic. You know, you focus so much on the ball, the pins, your approach, that you can miss something as fundamental as your feet. I bet his balance was completely off.
I can only imagine. And it's not just beginners either. Pisano had another story about a seasoned bowler, a true veteran, who was known for his incredibly meticulous pre-shot routine. He'd wipe his ball, adjust his stance, take a deep breath, and then, without fail, do this little hop before his swing. It was his signature.
I remember this one. What happened?
Well, during a particularly tense frame in a high-stakes tournament, he goes through his whole ritual, wipes the ball, gets set, deep breath, does his signature hop, and his glasses, which were apparently perched precariously, go flying right off his face and land square in the ball return machine, just as his ball is coming back.
Oh, the timing! That's just poetic. Did he get them back?
Eventually, yes. After a scramble involving the lane mechanic and a lot of laughter from the crowd, he apparently finished the game squinting and missed every spare. Pisano said it was a stark reminder that even the most practiced routines can go hilariously wrong.
That's amazing. It just goes to show you, no matter how good you are, the bowling gods have a sense of humor. Speaking of which, Pisano also covered some truly memorable fashion mishaps on the lanes. He once recounted an incident during a televised professional tournament. Imagine the pressure where a bowler, in the middle of a powerful delivery, split his pants wide open right on national television.
Oh my goodness! On national TV? That's every bowler's nightmare.
Right? I mean, can you imagine? Though I gotta say, I wish I'd been there if it was someone like Brian Voss who split his pants.
Oh, me too, Dawn, me too. That would have been quite the moment.
Whoa there, ladies. You'll have to excuse Dawn and Melanie, folks. I think someone might have spiked their eggnog tonight.
Oh, Rod, you know we're just having a bit of festive fun. But honestly, perhaps I'd even like to have been there if it had been Santa Claus who split his pants.
Oh, I completely agree with that. Imagine Santa delivering a strike and, well,
You two had better be careful. With tonight being Christmas Eve, you all might find a lump of coal in your Christmas stocking in the morning, or something worse than that.
Oh, you're right, Rod. Sorry, Santa.
Sorry, Santa. We'll behave, promise. Mostly.
All right. Back to Pisano. He also captured the sheer unpredictability of youth on the lanes. He wrote about a kids' league game where a young bowler, probably no older than 7 or 8, got so excited after hitting a spare that he literally threw his bowling ball into the air in celebration, instead of letting it roll down the lane.
Oh no! Where did it land?
It apparently bounced off the ceiling and landed in the adjacent lane, narrowly missing another bowler's foot. Pisano wrote that the only thing hurt was the kid's pride and maybe the ceiling tiles, but it was a stark reminder of the raw, unbridled enthusiasm you sometimes see in bowling.
That's fantastic! You can just picture the parents' faces, a mix of horror and trying not to laugh. It's those unexpected moments that truly make bowling so endearing, isn't it? Pisano really highlighted that. He also had a great one about a league team who took their pre-game superstitions to an entirely new level.
Oh, I love a good superstition story.
So, this one team believed that if their anchor bowler, a very portly gentleman, didn't eat exactly 2 chili dogs from the alley's snack bar before the 3rd game, they would lose. No exceptions. One night, the snack bar ran out of chili dogs.
Oh no, a crisis!
Exactly. The team actually stopped the entire league for almost 20 minutes, while 2 of their members frantically drove to a nearby fast food place to get their anchor bowler his 2 chili dogs. The league commissioner was fuming, but the team captain just said, "It's for the win, coach." They ended up winning that night, by the way. Pisano mused whether it was the chili dogs or the sheer audacity that threw off their opponents.
That's incredible, the dedication to the chili dogs. I mean, you gotta admire that level of commitment, even if it's utterly bonkers. It's those kinds of stories that make bowling so much more than just a sport, you know? It's a community, a culture, a whole world unto itself.
It truly is, Dawn, and Pisano really understood that. He had a way of noticing the small, hilarious details that most people would miss. Like the time a bowler was so engrossed in his own game, he accidentally picked up another bowler's ball, a bright pink glittery one, thinking it was his own.
Oh, I've seen that happen. It's always a laugh.
Right? But this guy was so focused, he went through his entire approach, swung the pink ball, and only realized it wasn't his when it sailed harmlessly into the gutter, which was completely out of character for him. He looked down, saw the pink glitter, and apparently let out this shriek that echoed through the entire alley. Pisano described him as looking utterly betrayed by the ball. Turns out, his own identical black ball was sitting right there in the rack. He'd just reached one slot over.
That's gold. The sheer panic of a bowler who suddenly can't hit a thing, only to realize it's not even their own ball. It's a humbling moment, I bet. And I've heard stories, not necessarily from Pisano, but similar in spirit, about people trying to bowl with house balls that are clearly too heavy or too light, and just looking utterly miserable.
Oh, the house ball struggle is real. Or the one where someone picks a ball that's obviously for a child, practically a wiffle ball, and then wonders why it curves off the lane entirely. Pisano loved those observations about the universal experience of casual bowling.
He really did. One last one I found was particularly heartwarming and funny. He once wrote about a group of senior bowlers, regulars at a local alley, who had a friendly rivalry that went back decades. One evening, one of the gentlemen, let's call him Stan, was having a terrible night. Gutter ball after gutter ball.
We all have those nights, right?
Absolutely. But Stan was particularly frustrated. In a moment of pure, unadulterated exasperation, he got his bowling ball back from the return, turned his back to the pins, and rolled it backwards, right down the lane behind him, towards the ball pit. It ended up rolling under the seats and had to be fished out by the staff.
Oh, that's priceless. A true moment of I give up.
Pisano said the best part was that his friends, his lifelong rivals, instead of teasing him, all went over, patted him on the back, and one of them handed him a beer, saying, "Happens to the best of us, Stan, maybe tomorrow." It just showed the camaraderie, even amidst the frustration.
That's so lovely. And that's really what Pisano captured so well, isn't it? The human side of bowling. The laughter, the frustrations, the friendships, the sheer joy of it all, even when things go completely awry.
He truly did. These stories, whether they're about 2 left shoes, flying glasses, split pants, or runaway bowling balls, remind us that the most memorable moments aren't always the perfect strikes, but often the unexpected, hilarious blunders that we can all relate to.
Exactly. And what better way to spend Christmas Eve than sharing a few laughs and remembering the lighter side of life, and of bowling, of course. We hope these anecdotes brought a smile to your faces tonight.
They certainly did for us. It's been a blast diving into these classic Pisano stories. And as we wrap up this special Christmas Eve episode, we just want to send out our warmest wishes to all of you.
From our podcast family to yours, we wish you a truly magical and very Merry Christmas. May your day be filled with joy, laughter, and maybe a few strikes if you're lucky enough to hit the lanes.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the festivities, cherish your loved ones, and here's to a wonderful holiday season. We'll catch you all next time.